Howdy, friends. Harvey's out playing Fetch It Up with Dad tonight. Favorite game. Okay, let's see. There he goes. I've already played with him once. There he goes. His favorite thing, favorite time of the day. All right. There's Simone Jr., Ozzy. We're going to come out here and walk just a little bit. Yeah. Let my doggy get a drink, get rested up a little bit. So he's ready for round 3. Friends, I hope and pray you're all doing good. And I hope and pray that you have went out and stocked your pantries. And if you haven't, why haven't you? The time for excuses is over. My doggy's tired and he's hot. We are in those days. I am just a lady out here on the prairie that's got my pocket full of extra balls for Harvey and got my hoodie on. I look like the Michelin Man. Anyway, what do you think about that silver market today? Did you go buy any? Or convert, I should say. It's time to get those things that we've all been thinking about, talking about, procrastinating about. It's time to get her done. It's actually past time to get them done, but get it done now. I honestly think the writing is on the wall, and it doesn't look very good to me. Coin Shop Chris said this morning, he told you my little story about looking for copper last night, and I told him that a couple of you guys told me to get on Golden State Mint, which I did, and I ordered a couple of the secondary market or whatever they're called. They weren't the nicest ones, but I figured that's fine. Everywhere else I looked was pretty much a big 0. Well, I've looked again today, and now I'm hearing a lot of crazy stories. Are you guys hearing the stories I'm hearing? I told Coin Shop Chris this morning, it looks to me like last week when we got that tanker that was leaving Venezuela, and then they tell us that, oh boy, President Trump, it's Xi Jinping's. It's his oil in his ship. And Trump, in Trump fashion, said, basically, and I'm paraphrasing, who cares? It's our ship now. It's our oil now. So when you connect those dots, why would Trump be saying that? You know, I'll tell you what I think. I think he's seen the writing on the wall that says, ha ha ha, America, you guys were doing stupid stuff and not minding the store. And guess who's got all the precious metals now? Yeah, we've got some. You know, will they last us a year? Well, probably not. I don't know. I have no idea for sure how much we need, and I don't know. I'm out of the wind right here. All I know is I think it's all about to hit the fan. Now SD Bullion's saying if you order anything from them, they've raised their minimum. I think it was $199 to $500. And I'll tell you guys a little secret, okay? All right, I will. I asked my husband, you know, honey, do you mind if I get a little more silver? And I did it on December 1st. And he doesn't know what I bought. Didn't really pay attention. But I'll tell you, I got a bag of Ben's, and I ordered a couple tubes of 2026 Eagles. And I've looked on SD Bullion twice. Well, I've looked on there several times in the last few days, but 2 different times, including today, the bag of Benjamins that I ordered is not showing. Now, you know, yes, I know it's kind of pricey, but I've saved a few $1,000s. I hope I get my order. Time will tell. I haven't ordered anything else other than the 5-ounce copper rounds. I thought it'd be cool to have a few, and I'm glad I did. So I'm seeing a lot of airplanes all of a sudden, like a lot. I've been hearing some, and it's been so quiet out here all day. But it just feels to me, and I'm a nobody. I'm just a lady out here on the plains, and I don't know. I have been thinking that when things popped off, it'd be in 27, but I'm not so sure. I mean, doesn't it seem a little ridiculous, you know, if we really are that hard up for silver and copper and gallium and everything else, you know, we're expecting China to give or sell them to us, and like, how stupid is that? They're sitting over there laughing. What is it, precious girl? Come here, sweetheart. What is it? You look like you're limping. Yeah. You okay? Okay. I mean, yeah, China, could you sell us, you know, X amount of silver, because we need to get all of our war machines built and done so we can go to war with you guys. I mean, Good grief. This is beyond dumb, in my opinion. There is so much dumb stuff going on. Shall I go on? Okay, let me back up. If you guys haven't got your stacks and your pantries lined up, what are you waiting for? You got to get it done. Okay? Make sure, at least have 3 months of food, at least. I think everybody ought to have at least a year's worth. You should have seeds so you can plant food. You need to be doing everything you can to sustain you and your family for a while. Because, as Americans, while we're sitting around whining that, we didn't get our monthly entitlements, we still have a roof over our head, food in our bellies, and a nice warm bed to sleep in every night. Most of us do. And most Americans don't realize when we're told, you guys live like kings and queens. We're clueless because we really don't know the struggles of a lot of other people on this planet. And most of us aren't too worried about them. How have you tried to help anybody? That's important. That's important for all of us. I don't care if it's monetarily or you bake grandma a plate of cookies and went and checked on her. We just don't do stuff like that anymore. And we need to. And we need to appreciate every day that we get up and we have food in our pantries, and, we can go hop in our car and go to Timbuktu or whatever it is. We need to be thankful, because we could be entering in some really precarious times. Like, what are you going to do if you go in the grocery store because you need to get some ground beef and some salad? You're going to make tacos for supper, and the only thing that's in there is a bunch of bologna. That's it. That's all. What are you going to do? We all need to stop and think about that. And we need to plan. And I'm guessing that a lot of us have, tried to get our ducks in a row. And if you've tried to get your ducks in a row and you have, forgot a couple items, I'm sure there's somebody around that you can do a little bartering with. So, today, that looks like a needs to go in the coffee can. Sorry. Yeah, make sure that you've got your pantries topped off really good. And if you're planning on topping your stack off anymore, I know if you don't have the fiat to do it, if you don't, you don't. You know, whether you've got 10 ounces, a couple ounces, 500 ounces, or safes full, you know, you are miles and miles and miles ahead of everybody else, pretty much. Not that that's, oh, Harvey, he's out there chasing Scarface. Scarface was just out here hunting. But the deal, I guess, a couple things. The deal with the copper has got my radar in overdrive. And I'm hearing other YouTubers talk about precious metals. And a couple of them that I've heard talking about it, you know, they're prepper channels. They're not, you know, stacker channels. And people are waking up. And if you have something you need to get gathered up, I would certainly be doing it. Now is the time. Well, actually, you know, the past few months would have been a good time. But if you're just starting today, don't delay. Get to hustling. And, you know, if you don't have anything in your pantry stocked up, stacked up, try to buy some canned stuff. Canned vegetables, canned protein, stuff that's going to last for a while. Because, you know, what's the saying about armies? Armies move on their stomachs. Well, you know, as a civilian, I have no idea what it's like to be a soldier. And by the way, big salute to the veterans and the people out there that are currently serving. You know, God bless you and thank you. But, you know, have you ever stopped and thought what it would be like to be a soldier in a big mess? And then we wonder why they come back here and they really have trouble adapting. You know, I've thought about it. I've thought about it at length. And it disturbs me. Because I cannot imagine the stuff they've had to go through. And I don't know. And, you know, I hope and pray that we never see any of that on American soil. But the figures that I've heard, and like I said, I'm just a lady out here on the plains. I don't know nothing. But I've heard that there's approximately at least 30 million people in this country illegally. And, you know, we're sitting here thinking that Trump's going to get it all fixed. No, he ain't. And the people that he's hired to do these jobs, do you think they're going to get it all done? I don't. And now we've got some kid from Timbuktu who takes his phone, travels around the countryside seeing what he can see, and he finds that mess in Minneapolis. Can I just say, there's some people that are pretty bent out of shape about that. Let me tell you, friends, I am one of those people. And some people are saying, hey, maybe we just shouldn't pay our taxes this year. You know, if that's what you're going to do with our tax money, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my country, and I'll do whatever I need to help my country. But seriously, you know, yeah, I love having electricity. I love having decent roads to drive on. You know, if I don't have any food, you know, I can go get some entitlements, you know. I can get help because we live in America. But I don't want people wasting my money like that. Like, what the hell? Seriously. What is going on? And, you know, I'm going to pay my taxes like I always have because I love my country. But I'm fed up. I'm done. I'm done with the nonsense. It's got to end. It's got to start somewhere. It's got to start with each one of us doing the right thing. And it's time to do what we know is right. Because we all know what's right. It's just we don't want to stand up and do it because all of our lives we've been taught to sit down and shut up. You're a white guy. Like, sit down and shut up. You know? Hey, I love everybody. I don't care what color you are. I don't care which way your door swings. I am glad you're a stacker. I'm glad you're here hanging out with me. God bless you and thank you so much. But, you know, it's time to stand up. We got to start doing what we're supposed to be doing. In the meantime, keep stacking. God bless you. I love you guys. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your support. Let me know what you're thinking about the whole copper business. Are you going to get any? I mean, I didn't get carried away. I hope I end up getting what I ordered. But I don't know. I think it's mighty odd that it's all gone. But it's like somebody woke up and said, hey, maybe we better grab some of that up before it's all gone like the silver is. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you for hanging out with me. Be sure to check out my friend Coin Shop Chris. Subscribe to his channel. He is a wonderful friend. And keep your head on a swivel. Like, big time. Keep your head on a swivel. And keep stacking. Keep stacking, keep stacking, keep stacking. God bless you. Love the people that you're with. And thank the good Lord for today, because we don't know about tomorrow. So stay close to Jesus, friends. This is Annie, and I'm out.